I think it will be fun.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
He's
And he plotting against you too. I just want to let you know.
yeah, we'll take care of it. Tell your guy when to be in on the briefing before House of
Okay. The reason morning, the young lady came in the office yesterday and said that she got a stack. She got a file. And nobody's trying to help her. She needs a house move because of the lawyer's name. We're not going against it. So I don't know what's up with that.
You want to ask him about it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Oh, I forgot my.
She always looks out.
What'd you say?
I said she always looks out.
She does look out for me.
I do the best I can.
It's good.
You're green though.
I like them like this.
Really?
Yeah, I like them when they're real soft. They're too sweet. So I might put in a blender with an orange, some cinnamon, and some walnut. And, you know. Yeah, I gain in weight. It's crazy. Age. Age. You can look at food now.
When we're younger, we used to serve.
Why didn't they tell us? I was eating pints of ice cream and crazy.
These days, you might just drink water out.
Good morning. The October the 28th, 2015 meeting of the Board of Estimate is now called to order. In the interest of promoting the order and efficiencies of these hearings, persons who are disruptive to the hearing will be asked to leave the hearing room immediately. Madam Deputy Controller, are there any corrections, additions, or deferrals on the agenda?
Good morning. For today's agenda, the board received a protest for correspondence was received from Ms. Trueheart for page 52, item number 2. In addition, the board received a protest from Ms. Trueheart for pages 1 to 142 of the agenda for all items. We have some corrections and changes to be made on the agenda. For pages 109 to 112, on page 112 for number 7, please delete the clause, the Mayor's Office of Minority and Women-Owned Business Development may, and replace that with the Department of Finance shall. Number 7 will now read, the Department of Finance shall adopt rules and regulations to carry out this resolution or to clarify any terms or phrases in this resolution. For pages 113 to 116,
She did.
I have to first announce a correction on page 114. For the number 10, please replace that with number 1. For the number 11, replace that with number 2. On page 115, after the letter G, the numbers 12, 13, 14, 15 will be replaced with 3, 4, 5, and 6. And on page 116, the number 16 will be replaced with 7. The number 17 will become number 8. The number 18 will become number 9. Number 19 will become number 10. And number 20 will become number 11. Remaining on page 116 for number 9, please delete the clause that currently reads, the Mayor's Office of Minority and Women-Owned Business Development may, and replace that with the Department of Finance shall. Number 9 will now read, the Department of Finance shall adopt rules and regulations to carry out this resolution or to clarify any terms or phrases in this resolution. We have one item that is being deferred, and that's page 55 for 1 week. And we have an additional correction, which is on page 134. Number 3 for Derek Sargent currently appears under the Health Department. Please insert Baltimore Police Department above the name Derek Sargent for number 3, which is the submitting agency. And again, we have one item that's being deferred. That's page 55. I have the following abstentions or no votes to report. The Honorable Mayor Rollins Blake has no abstentions. The Honorable President Young will abstain on pages 42 to 43, items 1 to 3. Page 52, item number 1. And pages 105 to 106, item number 12. The Honorable President Young will also vote no on page 64, item number 5. The Honorable Comptroller Pratt will abstain on page 16, item number 3. Page 62, item number 1. Pages 99 to 104, items 10H and 10I. And the Honorable Comptroller Pratt will vote no on pages 99 to 100, items 10A and 10E. The items that remain on the non-routine agenda are pages 32 to 36 and pages 37 to 39. Mr. President, members of the board, those are the changes to the agenda, the protests and correspondence received, the deferrals, the abstentions that have been provided, as well as the no votes. Thank you.
Thank you. I would direct the board members' attention to the memorandum from our office dated October the 26th, 2015, identifying matters to be considered as routine agenda items, together with any correction and additions that have been noted by the Deputy Controller. But at this time, I would like to ask Ms. Kim Trueheart to come and speak to the item found on page 52, Mayor's Office of Human Service Agreements. Good morning.
Good morning. I protest.
State your name.
My name is Kim Trueheart, citizen of Baltimore. I protest a lot of things. And this morning I'm sort of thankful that there are a couple of initiatives that are going to happen that hopefully will improve small, minority, and women-owned businesses. And I've been asking for some proactive things to be done. And the contract on page 52 is one such contract where I see that this board has opportunities to encourage small, minority, and women-owned businesses to participate in providing services and products to the city. The question is, how do you help them build the capacity to do that well? And my concern has always been that they have been disadvantaged. We have done studies to show they have been disadvantaged, and the city really hasn't done much to help them. So I am very, very hopeful that the initiatives that are being rolled out today are going to make a concerted effort within this government to help small, minority, and women businesses succeed. And if they can't, then I will continue to protest. Those individuals are the ones who get jobs in our neighborhoods, and that has been lacking for far too long. We set goals for them in this city that we never achieve in terms of participation. And I'm hopeful that we're going to strive to achieve those goals. If 27% of every dollar spent in this city actually went into the hands of minority and women-owned businesses, what a difference that would be. We don't come close to 20%, and that's a tragedy, a real tragedy. And get the money into the hands of the people who are going to hire those who are disadvantaged, the unemployed. And this board has to work hard, has to be diligent about that. And everything on this agenda has to be driven towards that objective. It's about jobs.
Thank you, Ms. Kim Truitt. We hear you loud and clear. I will now entertain a motion to approve all of the items contained on the routine agenda.
I move the approval of all items on the routine agenda, including page 52, item 2, and the other initiatives referred to by Ms. Trueheart.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The routine agenda has been adopted. The first item on the non-routine agenda can be found on page 32 to 36, Department of Housing and Community Development, Department of Onyx, FY 2013 single audit findings on low-income home energy assistance program, corrective actions. Before you speak, and the second item will be on page 37 to 39, Department of Audit's response to the report of the Department of Housing and Community Development, and they both going to be heard together.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, you want us to go first? Yes. Okay. Yes, my name is Paul Graziano, the Commissioner of Housing for the City of Baltimore. I'm here to report on our, is that working? On our actions.
Oh, you got to talk in the mic. They said they can't
Oh.
hear you.
Okay. Is that better?
Yeah.
Better.
Okay. My name is Paul Graziano, Commissioner of Housing. I'm here to report out on the follow-up to the audit findings related to the Home Energy Assistance Program. And I'd like to just walk through a few of the specific findings and where we are with them. Let me go with first to finding number 11, which is on page 34 of the report. We have, let me put my glasses on here. There were questions here about duplicate payments and benefits paid for clients out with addresses outside of the City of Baltimore. In other words, they weren't residents of the City of Baltimore. We have pursued both matters with the state of Maryland's Department of Human Services Agency through their energy office, and they have verified that one, there is not a residency requirement. Somebody from the county, say, could come to the city, to our home energy assistance program to make application. The payments are all made by the state of Maryland, so crossing a county or city municipal line is not a problem, and we have documentation from them indicating that. The second question was about, there were a question of 33 clients indicating duplicate payments. The state has confirmed that 31 of those 33 did not receive duplicate payments. They referred 2 cases back to us where apparently there was the same Social Security number, but they used a different name. And these 2 cases, one involves a payment of $1,620. One involves 2 payments, $271 and $465. These cases have been referred back to the Mayor's Office of Human Services, which is now administering the Home Energy Assistance Program, for further investigation. If there's any indication of fraud, they will certainly be referred to the appropriate authorities. So I feel confident that we've fully addressed that issue of duplicate payments and eligibility for people residing outside the city. And I don't know if you want to jump in between, or we do at the end, or.
Mr. President, what do you prefer?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We missed one. I guess you're going to do them a little bit out of order.
I'm doing
Okay.
the ones that are the simplest,
Okay.
and then just move it. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, we didn't address this in our.
State your name.
I'm sorry. Bob McCarty. Is this one? Can you hear me okay? Bob McCarty, City Auditor. We received the information the commissioner is referring to now after we made our response to the board. So we received from the state HEP office, Office of Home Energy Program, As the commissioner said, 31 out of 33 duplicate payments, based on their records, have been reconciled, and we will reduce question costs from 13,000. Our total question cost of 13,651 will be reduced by these 11,566 for those 31 programs. Once the follow-up is completed on the other two, which total 2,085, we can report back to the board and see what MOHS determines, and we'll review that.
Okay.
On the second part, excuse me, I'm sorry. Sorry. Also, on the benefits paid to residents, non-city residents, the state said they were resolved with them. They stated that there was no concern that to them, the state, that the 36 eligible clients processed that lived out of the Baltimore City were any concerns to the state. They stated that they are revising its operational manual, which currently still states that the applicant is determined ineligible for benefits if the applicant resides in another county. And we'd like to recommend that, given the limited staffing of the LIHEAP program and the large number of applicants received daily, that we recommend that the program try to limit its services to only city residents.
I would leave that up to the mayor's office of the state and the mayor's office of human services. I would note that it's not a large number, and it may be more complicated to say somebody who lives across the, 3 blocks across the other side of the line. But I think it's something that should be could be looked at by the mayor's office of human services with the state, in consultation with the state folks. If you like, I can go on to the skipping back to the beginning again on page 32. We have finding number 005, and this had to do with missing files and various missing documents in other files, and there were a total of 27 files that were deemed to be non-compliant due to certain things that need to be clarified in those specific files, and there were 24 files that were missing. As I think was stated before, the files that were missing, 24, there was a flooding incident at that site, and some records were destroyed, and so recognizing that and wanting to also follow up on the missing documentation in the 27 files, what we have done is we have hired, let me get their name right, Clifton Larson Allen, LLP, which is a prominent auditing and accounting firm, to assist in the recreation of the missing files, going back to sort of do forensics, and it's you can go to those specific clients who received the money and say, okay, let's recreate the information that would show that you were eligible, and to replace the files that were destroyed in that act of God. And then also similarly to look for the missing documents in the other files. And they are well underway on that. The last period of time, I'm not sure exactly when they started, but I understand that they have a significant number of these records, but they're going to continue over the next several weeks to identify additional, and we'll certainly report back fully on what they find.
And once they're completed, we will review and get back to the board. Do we have a timeline on when that will be?
I'm not sure. Rainbow, do you? Yeah. 30 days. Probably another 30 days. They'll be able to definitively determine what they can find and what they can't find. But I expect they'll be able to find most of that. So let me move on to the last 2 items, which let me see would be on page 35 and page 36. There's item finding number 17 and 18. These have to do with procedural matters. They're not related to specific cases, but they're kind of overarching procedural matters, and one related to internal controls and one related to the application process. So what we are doing is we're working with Clifton Larson and asking them to work with directly with the Mayor's Office of Human Services to establish clear and comprehensive protocols for both of those areas, and that they would be fully promulgated and implemented to cover both of those areas. That going forward, it should dramatically improve their ability to handle these situations.
Okay, thank you. Once this work has been, all the controls have been identified and implemented, we would like to review it and report back to the board. And again, do we have a timeline for this? 30 days? Thank you.
So that's what we have so far.
Anything else?
That's all. That's
Okay, thank you. The corrective action plan has been noted, and in 30 days, we'll come back with another follow-up.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
all for your time.
Okay. All righty. Meetings of the Board of Adjustment are open to the public for the duration of the meeting. Persons attending must act in an orderly manner or be subject to removal. The hearing room must be vacated at the conclusion of the meeting. Failure to comply may result in a charge of trespassing. As there is no business before the board, the meeting will recess until the bid opening at 12 noon. Thank you.
Good afternoon. The Board of Education is now in session for the receiving and opening of bids. I have the following addenda to read. WC 1301R, on-call large water main repairs. Please change the bid due date from October 28th to November 4th, 2015. B50004338. Furnish and install carpet and floor tile. Please change the bid due date from October 28th to November 4th, 2015. Those are the addendum for today.
Hearing no objections, so ordered. Thank you.
WC 1306. Wash water lake residuals removal at the Montebello Water Filtration Plant. A bid bond is required. The amount is over $100,000. Sinagro Central LLC with a bid bond. $4,906,141. Just 1 second. Let's check these. I make a motion to refer the bid of Merrill, Merrell Brothers, Inc. to the Law Department for review.
I second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
None opposed. The matter having been properly moved and second is referred to the Law Department for review. Refer this bid to the Department of Public Works for tabulation and report. Thanks.
B50004310. Uniform jackets for fire department. A bid bond is not required. Howard Uniform Company, $716,625.
Give me that one more time, sorry.
716,625, I think. She's gonna check it out.
Mm-hmm.
625.
Okay, thank you.
F and F and A Jacobs and Sons, Inc. $720,018.75. Maryland Fire Equipment Corporation, $1,029,562.50.
Refer these bids to the Bureau of Purchases for tabulation and report.
There being no further business, we are adjourned. Thank you.